Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live replays for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks from the NFL returns with the Buffalo and Houston. At least no losing teams here on the schedule. Also, a single here from college football. We got a small card on Thursday from NBA, college basketball, NHL. We'll cover them for you here. But, guys, we love you to give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience. Hit and to set those notifications so you're notified when you go live. We want you guys live with us. You get the plays in real time. And, of course, we always love to interact with you guys in the chat. So become a chat regular and interact with us here in the chat room. So let's say hello to the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Well, not much. Coming off a 1-0 day, they only had one game on the board there with the Raptors. They pulled that out last night against Philadelphia. Then got 3 off of our hit list out of the 4. We almost had the sweep. Leo Carlson had a bunch of opportunities. He just couldn't come through for us to get the sweep there. But the other guys came through, so that's rolling right along and just ready to get to it.
Very good. Let's know El Nino. Sal, what's going on?
Yeah, coming off a rough one here. It's been a while since I had a bad one like this, but hey, it'll happen. And again, didn't go too crazy with too many plays, but I certainly didn't get many wins yesterday. But anyway, looking for a better day today. Honestly, not my favorite card at all of this season either in any of these sports, but we definitely got some plays to look at, so let's get to them.
Very good. So Alessandro, what's going on?
Nothing much. Monday was one play. Tuesday up the volume, went 1 unit down, and then yesterday now 1 unit down, went 9 plays. So up in the volumes, only down 2 units. I mean, I took Kings money line last night. I mean, I'm not even ashamed of it because, they at least covered, but I'm taking some shots. It'll go the other way eventually. 4 and 5, we can get back from that. Ready to move on to today, take some more shots, but excited to get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it here. Yeah, there's a card here today, so let's get rolling. Yeah, I had a rough one yesterday, missed my best bet with Kent State, but we'll look to bounce it back today. So let's get to it. NFL today, Bills and the Houston Texans. We're looking here with the Texans here are going to be dogs. Looks like Houston is Buffalo here, 6. I'm seeing a 5.5 at DraftKings right now. Total is about 43.5. Of course, Davis Mills will get the start here. Stroud will continue to miss, and we get started here with Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking at the total. I know it's 43.5 here. Primetime unders have been the way to go lately. But you look at what these guys are doing. Buffalo on the road, 3-1 to the under. Houston at home, 4-1 to the under. Be curious to see what this quarterback does for Houston tonight. But I think we just see a lower scoring matchup in this one, so we're going to take the under 43.5.
There we go with Chris. We move right on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be Bills. But again, we definitely missed the best of the number by this point, obviously, with that CJ Stroud news. But again, you could still kind of find that -3 in the first half here. You might have to pay a little bit of juice for it. I know most places will show you -3.5 at plus money, but I'd rather lay a little bit of juice and get the Bills -3 in the first half here.
And from now on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I like the Bills here. I got it at -5.5. It is up to 6. Didn't even get the best of it at 5.5. It was at 3.5 when it opened. I was expecting Stroud to possibly be announced to play, so that's why I was like, let me wait on this line. It might drop to 3. And of course, now he's not playing. It's up to 5-6. So it is what it is. I still think they could cover this number. I actually think this one can go over the total. I think if the Texans can get the ball first, they can, start off the game with a nice script for Davis Mills. They get up 7-0, make the Bills, play from behind. This one could get over the 43. That's why I leaned that, but I didn't, I don't like it that much to put it on the side or anything. I do like the Bills a lot more to win this game. 27-20 type game, I think, here. Give me the Bills -6.
There with Alessandro. I'll tell you what I think here about this one. Yeah, I'm going to be looking taking the Houston here +6. I like the Houston defense. I'm not that enamored here with the Bills defense because they've had their struggles. Remember, Bills have dropped games here on the road against Miami and Atlanta. Texans 3-2 at home. But again, a very close loss to Denver, a very close loss to Tampa Bay. So their losses have been by 3 or fewer points. And the Bills defense on the road give up 5.5 yards a carry, 24 points a game. We know it's going to be Davis Mills. He's got experience under quarterback here. We know that. It's a home dog. Texans 6-3. The spread is home dog. Let's have another ugly Thursday night game with very little recovery time. You're not going to get, again, the way I handicap this is I don't think you're going to get your Sunday performance out of the Bills on this short week and having to travel. And that's what happens sometimes with these teams is you don't get their Sunday performance. So Thursday performance, the defense has struggled. I'll take Houston there at plus the 6. All right, so I'm fixing that Houston's defense isn't as good. They say, well, we'll see. Yeah, because they're other than Indy, right? Not the strongest opponents with Jacksonville and Tennessee. There playing them twice. So I can understand that one. Southpaw liking the over in this one. Well, see how that rolls here with the over again. I'm a little nervous with overs because I don't think your offense is as sharp on a Thursday than it is on a Sunday. That's just been my observations in NFL over the past several years. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show. As we'll go over to college football today. We go to the Sun Belt with Louisiana. They don't want to be called Lafayette, by the way. They're called Louisiana now. They're just Louisiana. Against Arkansas State. Now, there is a 69% chance of rain, but the weather's not too bad. 65 degrees out and down in the south there. That's not so bad. Light wind, but a 69% chance of wind. Is it rain? Is it heavy wind? We just never know with rain, right? Just never know what you're going to get there. In this one, we got Arkansas State here laying 2.5 at home. Total sits 53.5. And, of course, the quarterback is questionable. Rayner for Arkansas State. Looks like probable. He probable to go. And of course, we got Lunch. We got someone named after a meal finally. Lunch Winfield, his quarterback there for Louisiana. And we started off with Chris.
Yeah, not paying too much attention on this one here, but did cap it at Arkansas State here, 5-0 against the spread there at home games. They've just been covered a little bit better than Louisiana has. In that. So if I had to lean any direction there, it would be to take Arkansas State. They've just done a whole lot better job of covering these spreads and everything. So that's how we'll go.
There we go here with Chris. Move on over to Al.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at the total here. Louisiana 6-4 the over, but Arkansas State 8-2 to the under. So that's where I'll be. Yeah, another quarterback, as I said, probable, but I think they try to slow this game down a bit. And 54.5, I'll take the under.
There we go with Al Ninos. Move on over to Alessandro.
I would have to lean Arkansas State as well, just with the experience with the program advantage with Rayner. He's been there, 3 years now. Lunch Winfield's kind of been thrown into the fold of things this year. He has like 500 yards rushing, though. So if this is going to be a rainy type game, I do think both quarterbacks are mobile, especially obviously Winfield. I think, that'll only help the under. This clock running, bad weather. I would lean under in this game as well there with Ninos. Forced to choose a side, I would actually be on Arkansas State as well, just because of like I said, the quarterback experience advantage under the program and at home. I can lean Arkansas State in the under.
There we go here from Alessandro. Tell you what I think about this game. I'll be the one guy that goes over here. I know it's raining in the forecast, but again, not much wind here. The issue I have here in this one, Raging Cajuns, has been their road defense here. Actually, no, I'm sorry, their pass offense here. You look at them on the road in conference play, averaging 9.9 yards pass up. I know that might be with the quarterback before, but again, they are giving up a lot of rushing yards. It's 4.5 yards a carry here in the road conference games. Arkansas at home is running the football, and they're getting really good quarterback play at home. Defensively, they have struggled to defend the pass. That's Arkansas State, and they're giving up 4.6 yards a carry. So both of these teams struggling to defend the run, and in one case here, struggling to defend the pass. And Raging Cajuns here, 4-1 the over on the road. So I'll look at the over here in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show. As we turn our attention over to the NBA, light card for a Thursday. Just 4 games on tap for today. We got the Clippers and the Magic. With the Magic here, 5.5, the total 219. Hawks and Spurs. Spurs 1.5, total 232.5. Kings and Grizzlies. They're Kings on a back-to-back. Memphis 2.5-point favorites, total 234.5. Sixers and Bucks. We've got here the Sixers 2.5 now here on the road. There are some twos, total 225. We'll look at the injury report for these games. For the Clippers, well, we got Jones, Leonard, and Miller. Leonard's still out for LA. On the Orlando side, Boncaro is out, and Moritz Wagner still is yet to play this year. Still on the injury report for Moritz Wagner. For Philadelphia, we got Bona and Oubre out. Embiid is questionable. Paul George probable. For the Bucks, we know Giannis will be out for a while. Giannis out. Porter and Prince are all out for Milwaukee. In Atlanta, and San Antonio, we have Trae Young out. Porzingis and Rasacher are both questionable. On the Spurs side, Wemby's out, Castle out, Harper out, McLaughlin out for Spurs. And the Kings and Grizzlies, Sabonis questionable, Murray probable. And on the Grizzlies side, no Clark, no Jerome, no Morant, no Pippen, no Small. And a big name here, Jaren Jackson here, is doubtful. We'll go on over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely our injury report for the Grizzlies is ugly, but Kings on the back-to-back, no thank you. I'll take my Grizzlies with the -2.5 there at home. I think these guys can figure it out. They've been having to figure it out without the big stars most of the time. That's what we do. Can't count on them. So I think we get it done here against the Kings on back-to-back there. And then another one I'm looking at here, give me the Bucks on the money line to take the Sixers on the back-to-back as well, but I just think the Bucks get it done at home. And those are the two I'm looking at.
From Chris, we move on over to Alninos.
Yeah, I like the advantages there for the Bucks. I might want to wait for a injury report. I'm not a big fan of Embiid, but I'd rather wait for that injury report. But again, they're in a good spot there to get the job done. Home are the Bucks. Kings, Grizzlies. I'd lean to the under here. Grizzlies certainly trending that way all season long. They are 10-5 to the under. And again, just a couple of key pieces missing now. I know the Kings may get Sabonis back here, but at 235.5, I still like this one to stay under the total here. I think the Grizzlies try to slow it down again. And without Jaren Jackson or Morant, I think we get another under here. And yeah, that's how little I like this card today. I almost ended up on the Clippers, but I think I came back to my senses, and I think Orlando's the play here. Yeah, anything under 6 or less here, I think the Magic can come back and get the job done again against these Clippers. And yeah, Spurs Hawks. That's a tricky one. Again, some question marks there as well. Porzingis questionable. Yeah, I may stay away from this one.
Stay away there from Alninos. We'll over to Alessandro.
So this Clippers and Magic's game, yeah, I was looking Clippers way as well. I'm staying away. I actually hope the Magic just blow them out. I do think the Magic are overrated, so that'll help. It'll just get them more overrated. Go ahead and blow them out, Magic, please. But I'm staying away from that one. I feel the same way about the Bucks game, and I want the Bucks. There's just no Giannis, and if there's no Giannis, I just don't feel comfortable backing them. I think Philly's overrated as well. So please go out and win, pump yourself up even more. So that's the way I feel about those first two. But then these next two I like. I'm on the Hawks here. I'll take the +1 or the money line, whatever you guys want. I would like Ricochet and Porzingis to play, but no Wembanyama, no Castle. Those are two big pieces. Plenty enough guys here. Dyson Daniels, Alexander Walker. Enough pieces for me to back the Hawks here. So I'm on the Hawks, and then I'm going right back to the Kings. I was on the Kings last night. I know it's ugly. It's a back-to-back spot. Too many pieces missing for me on the Memphis side for me to want to back them. Yes, I want Sabonis in there. He's questionable tonight. I think he rested last night. They kind of, I don't know, you could say wave the white flag there, not having him play against the Thunder, but now he's probably going to play tonight against the Grizzlies in a game that's a little bit more winnable. Yeah, give me the Kings here. Give me the +2.5 if you guys want the money line. Whatever you guys like.
There we go here from Alessandro here. I'll tell you what I think here of some of these games. NBA here, Orlando and the Clippers. Yeah, I got to take the points here with the Clippers. Orlando, I know they've won 5 of 8 at home, but they've not been a very good road favorite here. 2-5 the spread is a home favorite the last couple of seasons. Clippers have covered all 3 games on this road trip, believe it or not. And LA hitting 47% on the road, 36% from 3. But the thing with Orlando, again, last year they were the worst 3-point shooting team in the league. Again, they're near the bottom at 31%. So I'll look at the Clippers in this spot plus the points. Yeah, I agree with the Memphis here. Kings have failed to cover 6 of 7. At least the Grizzlies are 3-1 of the spread as a home favorite. They've got rest advantage. I think it's a short line here. That's because, again, all the shade on Memphis. But I think the Kings are really off to their worst start in years. The Kings on the road, just 33% from 3, and their defense has been bad, giving up 51% shooting. Memphis is defending the 3-point line pretty well. They got the rest advantage. I'll look at them in this spot. Sixers and Bucks, no Giannis. I'm going to look at Philly with the perimeter shooting in this one. Looking at the Bucks, they don't make their free throws. They give up 120 points per game at home this year, and they fail to cover 5 of 6. So I'll look at this. I'll look at Philly there. I agree with the Hawks in this spot. Atlanta's won 7 of 9 on the road with good offense and the defense coming in as well. 51%, 37% from 3 on the road, and holding teams at 34% from 3. And the Hawks have covered 5 and 7. I'll look at Atlanta here in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we'll turn our attention over to college basketball. Of course, as we do this time of the year, we'll just ask the cappers to give us what they got. We'll get into the blocks when we get into conference play. That would be here in late December, early January. But for this segment, now until then, we'll just ask the cappers, give us what you got in college hoops. We'll start with Chris.
Yeah, the only one I got for you today that I'm looking at here, Mississippi State, Kansas State, this matchup here. We're going to take the total over in the first half, 77.5. Both these guys are up-pace tempo teams. I think we get up and over that in the first half. You can take the full game over, but I think the better play is just to get it knocked out in the first half and get out of there. So we'll take that there. And then, that's all I'm looking at here today.
Yeah, with Chris, move on over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, just one that I got a slight lean on today is that Pitt UCF game. Now, of course, UCF's coming in shooting much better, especially from deep, and I do expect them to get their fair share of threes here. But again, when it comes down to the defense, especially the rebounding and the turnover battle, I give the edge here to Pittsburgh, and I think that's what makes the difference in this one. So again, if UCF knocks their threes down, there's not much we can do about it, but I'm on Pitt here.
There we go with Al Ninos. We move on over to Alessandro.
22-19 last 30 days in college basketball to open up the season. Hasn't been good recently, though. I got bludgeoned last night. Just about every free pick I gave was a loser, so I'll just keep it real. This is a bounce-back night. I only have one play in on the site, but I'll give you guys what I'm on here as far as the first one I like here, UIC and High Point. I was leaning High Point minus 8.5. Don't know if I could get there, but I just look at USC there. Only beating Chicago State by 4 points is just super red flag. High Point just bludgeoned Kinesis there by like 40 points. That's what's getting me on High Point minus the 8.5 at the Boardwalk battle there. The Memphis Purdue, it's just starting to get to feel like too many points here. Memphis plus 16.5. This thing was at 14.5. It's only rising. A lot of hype around Purdue. I do like Braden Smith over on his assists tonight. He probably gets double digits. You could probably get some plus money with that. There was a couple more. Vanderbilt bludgeons Texas Southern. Vanderbilt minus 34.5. Lay it. The Chicago State I was just talking about. They're playing Iowa. Lay it minus 32.5. Two beatdowns right there. Staying away from Ninos' game, that's a tough one to call, the Pitt UCF game. And really the only other one I had was the Mississippi-Kansas State game, which is a premium on the site. So, go scoop that one up.
There we go with Alessandro. Tell you what, one I'm looking at here is Arizona State plus the 3.5 here against Hawaii, your late-night game. We got, Bobby Hurley has survived Arizona State. The guy always looks like he's coaching his last game when you see him lose his mind on the sideline. But he's got a lot of size with the Sun Devils team, and they're playing really good defense. And they sit in college basketball ninth in size. So big. He's got a really big team, a lot of D1 experience, a lot of transfers here. The issues I have with Hawaii is the fact they turn the ball over at a high mark right now. 270th in the nation in turning the ball over. Not a really good three-point shooting team. Not a really good two-point shooting team. And they're going to have issues here against the size of Arizona State. So their three-point shooting isn't good enough to shoot over that size at 32%. So I'll look at Arizona State here plus the points here in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we continue on and move on over to the Ice NHL for today's action here. We have a big card, so let's just split it down and we'll split it in two here. In this block, we'll just cover the 7 Eastern and include the 7:37 Eastern there. So this will be the Columbus and Toronto. We see Columbus here $1.09, total 6.5. Blues and Flyers $1.25, total 5.5. Capitals and Canadians, it is Canadians $1.35, total of 6. Islanders and Red Wings, it is the Red Wings $1.30, total of 6. Devils and Panthers, it is the Panthers $1.50, total of 6. And we'll end the block here with Oilers and Lightning. And in this one, we've got the Lightning here $1.60, total of 6. In this block, we're just covering the games at 7 Eastern and 7:30 Eastern on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, I will kick off with the sorry, you're getting situated here. With the Blue Jackets here, they're coming in. They're the healthier team. I know the Maple Leafs still got some talented players on the ice, but I think the Blue Jackets make the most of these Toronto injuries and come in and get the job done there. Maybe again, I don't really like this card too much today. Maybe a slight lean to the Red Wings here, just playing the better hockey. Just 7 o'clock. You said the Lightning was in this one or the next one?
Everything at 7 and 70 and 7:30 Eastern.
Oh, 7:30 and 2.
That's in that one. Lightning's in there.
Yeah, so I may take a look at this over between the Lightning and Oilers here. I know we talked a little bit about Vasilevsky yesterday, but yeah, not quite the same as we said too. And plenty of goal scorers, plenty of. It should be a fast-paced, high-scoring game here. So I'll take the over in that one.
There we go. From Alaninos, move on over to Alessandro.
I know that Islanders Red Wings game. I'm actually on the other side there. I like the Islanders. I don't know. They have actually, I feel like, been playing some good hockey themselves. They just beat the Rangers, Devils, Golden Knights, and Mammoth. And then, okay, yeah, they dropped the game to the Avalanche, but that's the Avalanche. And then they go and beat the Stars. I definitely think they're live tonight to go and pull a little plus 115 upset off. So I like that one. The Blue Jackets, I'm on that though with you there, Ninos. Just all the injuries on the Toronto side. 9-9-2 out the gate. I don't know. Yeah, I can't get there with the Maple Leafs, so I'm on the Blue Jackets there. Devils and Panthers. I think this might be a Ninos Panthers -1 type spot. As much as I want to touch the plus money with the Devils, they've already burned me a couple times now. Yeah, they've improved, 13-5 out the gate, but I would lean the defending champs there, -1, I guess. And not in love with that Capitals Canadians game. Lean to the Flyers here at home. I can't back the Blues right now. The Blues are not playing good hockey. This Lightning Oilers game was a stay away from me. Forced to play, it'd be a Lightning, -1. Just not in love with the Oilers on that back-to-back. They burned me last night. 7 goals they give up. Ugly. Staying away. So only plays I like, Blue Jackets here, Islanders.
There we go with Alessandro. Continue here on the NHL. We'll close it out with the final games on the card, 8 Eastern all the way to 10 Eastern. Kraken and Blackhawks. Blackhawks $1.12, total 5.5. Golden Knights and Mammoth. Vegas road favorites $1.11, total 6.5. Rangers and Avalanche. The Avs $2, total of 6. Senators and Ducks. It is the Senators $1.25, total 6.5. Kings are at the Sharks. Kings here. Look at this, $1.80 on the road, total of 6. And your Stars and Canucks. Here we got the Stars road favorites $1.37, total 6.5. Over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, I guess quite a few. I got some leans on here. I would lean to the Senators there in the late one over the Ducks. I know the Ducks been playing some great hockey, but on the back-to-back here, I think their luck will run out on Senators. Yeah, they've been a little up and down, but I think they take advantage of this rest spot there. I'll take the Stars. You could take them regulation or -1 here if you want. It should be a good one. It's not the easiest. Again, not one they should blow out or anything, but I do expect them to come out with a win there. Kings Sharks should be a good one. You could definitely make a case for the Sharks and the value being there. Maybe being a homer here, but I'll take my Kings -1 there. Or again, regulation if you don't like that -1. And again, Rangers just been very disappointing lately. I would love to take a shot on this huge plus money they're getting. They were getting big plus money in their last one. They just couldn't get the job done. And I guess the only play here would be Avalanche -1. I mean, again, they're coming in here having won 6 straight. Yeah, they're not going to win all their games, and this is definitely one they can drop, but that's the only way I can look right now.
There from Al Ninos on over to Alessandro.
The Kraken Blackhawks, I'll run it right back with the Blackhawks here. -115, just playing some good hockey, getting some good goalkeeping. I'll take the Blackhawks here at home. The rest is not something I like, not really in love with it. The Ducks Senators, I'll take a shot here on the Ducks back-to-back spot. I just think they're young enough and able to get, enough out of them here, back-to-back home spot. I'll take the plus 105. I got it at plus 110, so it's actually dropping a little bit. I like the Ducks, though, at home. And I think that's really it. Yeah, that King-Sharks game's a little tricky. I was actually looking Sharks' way, but I can't get there. I can see what Nino sees there with the Kings, so I stayed away.
There from Alessandro. All right, we got you through our major sports coverage for today. Now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment, where our cappers give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We start with Chris.
Yeah, we'll take, as far as any teams here, we'll just take Bucks money line, sticking to that. I know Giannis is out, but we'll stick with the plus money there with Bucks money line. A couple of props here. We'll go Keon Coleman for a touchdown there, wide receiver. There's a plus 475. And then we'll go on the ice. We'll go Dylan Larkin with the Red Wings to get a goal.
There we go here from Chris. We move on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, I'll go Oilers, Lightning over, and Avs, I guess. Not much. Again, don't love this card today. Could throw in the Bills on there too. Money line. no, Bills first half minus the 3.
There we go here from El Nino's. Move on over to Alessandro.
I'll take Josh Allen anytime touchdown, and then I'll take Braden Smith over on his assist. 2 props.
The 2 props there from Alessandro. I'm going to go college football here. I just did it with a 15-game cap last night. So I'm going to look at USC as a road dog here, plus the 10. USC has been pretty good as a road dog. 5-1 in the spread as road dog. You don't want him as a favorite, though. You fade him as a road favorite, but you take him as a road dog here. They'll be up and ready for this one. They're getting a lot of heat because they don't have a whole lot of top 10 wins in a while there. But anyway, we know Oregon's put up great numbers in conference, but what got my attention, they know they were held to 20 points at home against Indiana. But the one that really has me scratching my head is they only put up 21 at home against Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a team that is really heading the wrong direction. They couldn't really get separation on the Badgers, and they failed to cover both those games. So I'll look at USC here. They run the football. I like the running backs. That really got them in that game. When you got the running game going, that really helps the passing. Now, I'm not a big Maeva fan, but if he has a running game, he can be above average. And that's all I'm looking for from him, is just above average quarterback play there. So I'm going to look here at USC here at plus the 10. All right. We got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading into a big weekend of action here. We're just college football here, winding down this regular season. A lot going on NFL. We got, of course, NBA. Just a lot of sports overlapping right now. Action on the ice and the hardwood as well. Guys, if you head on over to our site over at Tony's Picks, the link is in the description. You'll see where we've got our best bets and more right up on the site. Ready to roll here for this big card here on Thursday. We'll see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks. We'll see what Chris has for sale for today over on the site. Chris, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
I got your best bet from the NBA, best bet from tonight's football game in the NFL, and then I've got a college basketball best bet. So I'm going to wrap them all up in a 3-pack for you guys as well, working on that currently for one price there. So you can scoop that up, use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save you the 15%. We're heading into the weekend, so I know you guys like that 3-day, 7-day pass there. You're going to get everything from me from NBA, college basketball, and college football, as well as the NFL. So hop on something there. Pair me up with somebody you see who's who's doing well, who's on the show and everything. Pair us up together. Let's go to work for you and put money in your pocket. And let's just continue to try to do well.
That's right. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. See best bets on the board right now from NFL. We got some college hoops up there. NBA. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchased will be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee here. So get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's see what's rolling over on the site right now. We'll see what's is going on right now with Al Ninos for today. Al's put together great numbers in the NFL. Al Ninos, what you got for sale?
Yeah, I got my best bet there in the Thursday night football game, and as well as my power play there in the NHL if you want to go scoop them up individually. But your best bet's always, again, one of those long-term or 2-for-1 capper passes. Pair me up with your favorite capper and get all the Steam plays emailed right to you.
Okay, yeah, they got him on board here with Al Ninos over at Tony's Picks. He's ready to roll here for this Thursday card, as I will see for you right now. Ready to appear on the board. From El Nino, so you can see the Thursday night football up there, NHL power play. And of course, those long-term subscriptions, the way to roll here, especially with the all these sports overlapping. Of course, the long-term subscriptions will include any prop plays that our cappers put in, as well as any late Steam. Now, remember, plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but our cappers continue to handicap throughout the day and night, looking for plays for you. And there you'll be able to find the value there, because those late steam plays are emailed right to your inbox using the email that you use when you sign up for the service. So get on board with El Nino's over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks right now. We'll see what Alessandro's got going on for sale today over on the site. Alessandro put together real impressive numbers as well here from the NFL. So what you got for sale, Alessandro, over at the site?
Yes, I do have a pick here in this Thursday night on the site, so go scoop that up. And then I have a 3-pack in hoops and a NHL hat trick of 3-pack in hockey. One college game and then 2 pro games there in that 3-pack for the hoops. But yeah, couple sports to touch tonight. 7 plays total, so go scoop them up. Use the 2-for-1 capper promotion, the Tony T discount code at checkout, 15% off. And yes, with the weekend coming up, a 3-day or 7-day pass is the way to go. Get the better value. But yes, just check out what we got on Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. You got to go with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. Of course, right now, a lot of best bets, a lot of 3-packs up there, profit guaranteed. And of course, the best value is getting that long-term subscription, especially with all these sports overlapping. Instead of paying per package, just get the long-term subscription. 3-day pass will get you a lot of football here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Or if you want to extend it into the 7-day pass, that gets you into next week. So a great way to get on board with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks, and the promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off that 15% off. Of course, match Alessandro with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. All right, guys, we're with you here on the channel every day here live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. Of course, we have a lot of live shows on our channel right now. Of course, the morning show here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Also, we have the happy hour. We also have night moves. We're also working on a new show as well. We're on the works now with an opening line show. Look how Sandro here, 8 Eastern time. We'll talk more about that once it's launched. We're in the beginning phases of it. We already have a format for it. We're just getting the technical stuff ready to roll here, so we'll be ready to roll with more live shows for you guys here on our network. Go to YouTube, type in Tony's Picks. You'll be able to find our content up here. And of course, over on Tony's Picks YouTube, you'll find our compilation videos. I got ready to roll here with NBA, college football, NFL game up there for you as well. The prop list. We got Chris without his glasses today. We got to make sure it's more consistent there. So we got Chris with the NFL and NHL prop picks for you up there on the board. It's been a very popular video series with Chris. NFL up there as well. So we got an NFL playlist that you get all your NFL videos from, playlist from college football, playlist here from NBA, college basketball playlist. Ramon's got you covered today in college hoops. And it looks like he's got today quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What else we got here? We got 6. We got 6 from college hoops from Ramon, filling up that playlist today with all the big matchups. There's, I said, Hawaii. He's got the Mississippi State, Kansas State game in there, Pitt, UCF, Memphis, and Purdue. So check them out there with the videos. Ramon also got you covered on all the games from the NHL today. So check that out over there. Fight videos and more up on the channel. And so check it out there. Of course, El Nino's also with contributions here on the channel. Of course, Chris, the hit list has been a real popular video series over on the channel as well.
Yeah, we've been doing pretty well. Like I said, we cashed 3 of the 4 yesterday. Eventually, we're going to sweep this thing. I've said that all home run season there back in baseball, but I'm working hard on trying to sweep these things and get a good win there. But I give you guys, I got 7 total plays today in that prop video. Got you 2 touchdowns, 5 goal scorers. I'm probably going to update a couple more touchdowns. I'll put the Keon Coleman in there, and I do like Woody Marks. I've seen that in the comments. I do like him for tonight for a touchdown as well. So we're going to keep putting that out. I try to get you a video every night consistently. As long as I've got data to back it, you guys will have the hit list. And we'll just keep putting it out there. And I guess we'll see which thumbnail people like. The no glasses or sunglasses. I don't know. I kind of try to change that up. But anyway, just whichever one I guess the editor wants to put on there. But so we'll just keep putting it out there. I enjoy doing it. I'm getting a little bit more confident in these goal scorers. So we're just going to keep trying to do well.
That's right. Check out Chris's video series. You'll find it right on our props playlist here. NFL, NHL props for today from Chris. Check it out over on the channel. Just make note if you want to watch any of our live shows, just hit the live tab there. You'll be able to watch a replay of our live show, as well as a replay here of our night moves. Of course, Ramon and DeAndre in there. Night moves here every day. 3 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, happy hour with Rod at 5 p.m. Eastern time. More live shows coming to the Tony Twix YouTube channel. And check us out over on the channel if you would. So a lot of great content there over on the Tony Twix YouTube. And hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. All right, guys. But remember to tune in the happy hour today, 5 Eastern time. All right, guys. Great content up there. Thanks for everybody in the chat for your contributions here. A lot of Ron here in the chat. You want to tune into his show here, if you would. And a lot of get these comments in here before we roll here, because Rod coming in with some of his plays. Of course, you'll catch him here today, a little later today. And any closing thoughts from anybody before we close?
Yeah, they're talking about Woody Marks. I like anytime touchdown. I like first touchdown tonight as well. That would go with that theme that I was talking about. Bills having to play from behind. That'll get us this over. Bills jump out to a lead. I think the over's in trouble. They'll lean on the defense. You get me. Yeah, Texans jump out first. Woody Marks touchdown. I can get behind. I think you're getting 10-1 on that. So look whatever that is.
There we go. That's right. It's way to see the Ducks. And well, if you were around in the 90s with Korea, those Korea teams, they had a few Stanley Cups before the Kings got a Stanley Cup. That was crazy there out here when they had their success in the Korea years. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our show. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to say goodbye to guys. You guys making a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning Show.